Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. For those who know me, you'll know that I really get into good girl art. And another thing that I really enjoy from the Golden Age and even into the modern age is sort of bondage covers, covers where the girl's in that submissive sort of state. And I really wanted to show you some of the top covers, iconic covers of like from all the different ages uh, that feature good girl bondage art, I guess would be the thing. So bondage covers. So these are my top 10, and there's actually a bonus one as well. Um, Bondage covers. And I want to show you what to look for, maybe as well. So with that said, I'm going to start off. There's no particular order to these. It's not like a true top 10 list, but it's just some really great covers that feature bondage covers. So the first, and I wanted to also show multiple series. So the first is this, Exciting Comics number 62. And this is a really great cover with that was done by Alex Schomburg, a very famous artist from the Golden Age. So this is a Golden Age book. And it's just a really great one. She's all tied up in the net, and you see the African or Zulu warriors heading towards her, ready to like, basically take advantage of her. So it's kind of great, great bondage cover. I like that kind of, at risk situation, and she's like trying to cut herself free. You can see that. Just a really great cover. Alex Schomburg was truly a master artist. So that's the first one. And these books are all from different series. There was I almost brought in a whole bunch of ones from just one series because there's so many great bondage art from one particular series, but I wanted to make it different series so that you'd have a bit of variety. So the next one is this one. This is Terrors of the Jungle, number 19. And this is an L.B. Cole cover. L.B. Cole is kind of known for these kind of very vibrant colors. And this is a really, iconic cover because of the fact that you got the bondage cover. She's showing a lot of leg. It's like very sexy kind of good girl positioning. And you have the situation where, you have the gorilla just about to like pounce on her, and the hero is like jumping into action. You can see him jumping into action there. And you got that jungle girl kind of elements to it too. Now, Terrors of the Jungle is kind of an interesting series because a lot of them were basically reprints of earlier jungle comics. But some did feature some original stories. But, L.B. Cole did most of the covers for them. So he is kind of considered one of those premier artists that people will collect. So this is another in that series of really great bondage covers. So, okay, so that's next one. And the next on my list is, I have to actually take it out of the packaging because I have it in extra packaging because I really wanted to protect it. Okay, this one. So I gotta be a little bit careful. So this one is All Top Comics. This is actually my favorite bondage cover of all time. It is a really great cover. It's All Top Comics number, I believe it's number 10. I'm going to double check. Or 10 or 14. Yeah, number 10. I just had to check, make sure. Because they never say on the front. It drives me crazy. But it's All Top Comics number 10. And it's just really great because you got the girl, she's going to be potentially decapitated. You got the little pygmy, it's just like so many things going on. And you got the jungle girl ready to fight as well. So it's just a really great cover for all the different action elements. And it is a bondage cover. Like you can see the girl, it's just a really great cover. And my copy is quite quite a solid copy. It's just the spine is a little bit mangled, but other than that, it's a great copy. So that is All Top Comics number 10. So the next on my list is another series from the Golden Age, is Doll Man. This is Doll Man number 37. It's actually the first appearance of Doll Girl. And when she makes her first appearance, she makes it in style because she's all tied up. So it's just a classic cover because it's got the skull, it's got the girl in bondage, and it's just she's showing some sexy legs. I don't know why they always have to show sexy legs. It's just a thing. But this is just a really great bondage cover. So Doll Man number 38. And this is from the early 40s. Okay. So the next one is I didn't want to make it only Golden Age because, like, not everybody can afford Golden Age. So I wanted to get a little bit more Silver Age, some Silver Age in here. And this is Lois Lane, a character I really like. I've gone on about her. I've made videos about Lois Lane. I did an unboxing video with this comic. This is just a really great comic. It's kind of like an homage cover to Gulliver's Travels. It's just a really great cover where she's being pinned down, and it looks like the ones doing the pinning down of her are the Justice League. So it's kind of interesting. So she's like a giant and she's getting pinned down. And she's wearing a bikini. They always have to wear bikinis. It's a thing. If you're going to do bondage, you have to be in a bikini. It's kind of the rules. So this is Lois Lane number 111. So just a really great cover with Lois Lane. The next one is even more modern. So I just wanted to get a couple more modern ones in here for you. This is from 1973, the year I was born. And this is Wonder Woman 205. And this is a really hot comic, actually. A lot of people seek this one. I don't know why. Maybe because it's great bondage art. The thing about Wonder Woman is she's one of the few characters out there that carries her own bondage kit. She's always getting tied up in her own lasso. It's the funniest thing. She's carrying this equipment around that basically allows her to get tied up. And this is just a classic cover because she's not only tied up, but she's tied up again to a bomb, which is just really awesome. And you can see that she's not wearing a bikini, but her suit's pretty much like a bikini. So just a really great cover from Wonder Woman. And I had to include Wonder Woman on this list because she is the queen of bondage. She's just like one of those characters that always seems to be either tied up or tying other people up. So this is Wonder Woman 205. Classic bomb cover. Okay. Now the next one, I'm going back into the Golden Age. Sorry, I just had a couple from the more modern ages because really it's the Golden Age that is where bondage is. It's just they came into bondage. They were much more into bondage than we are. Okay, so the next one is Submariner number 24. And this is just a cover I really love. It's the girl is just in a really precarious situation. You got the atomic bomb heading towards her. And the Submariner, he's the guy that actually launched the bomb. If you read the caption, it says, "Now let's see if this new torpedo works." He's the one that launched the bomb. And then you got Nomura is the one that's trying to rescue the girl. So I just really like this because it's got that humor element. It's got the girl that's kind of got that Betty Page look to her. There's just so much going on with this cover. It's just a really great classic bondage cover. Very pricey book. This one cost me an arm and a leg. But because it is the third appearance of Nomura, it's just a really great Golden Age Submariner book. Okay, so that's Submariner 2024. Okay, so now we're getting into the last few. And I was almost going to bring just all of this one series because it's just, there's so many great covers from Jungle Comics. Jungle Comics just almost every cover was a bondage cover, basically. And it always was these jungle girls in bondage. So as again, girl in the bikini, tied up, in a precarious situation, potentially going to be have her head decapitated. Very similar to that All Top 10 comic. It's just a great one. You got the hero swooping in. You got just so much going on. Just a really great cover. Really great bondage cover. Hopefully you can see that. I'm trying to reduce the glare a bit. So that's Jungle Comics number 101 from 1948. Okay. Next, I'm going to actually take this out of the bag. Is this one. Another one that every so often they didn't have that many bondage covers is Fight Comics. Again, girl in the bikini. It's always that situation, right? Girl in bikini. This is just a really interesting, elaborate bondage cover because not only is she tied with her hands, usually it's always their hands that are tied, but she's got her throat tied and she's upside down. It's just a really iconic cover from Fight Comics. And it's just one that's highly sought after. It's Fight Comics number 52. And the artist is Joe Doolin. He did a lot of these kind of bondage covers. But this comic is really great for other reasons. It features Matt Baker art inside and Jack Kamen as well. So just some really great artists were involved with making this book. So just a really great book overall. And, it's just a great classic bondage cover. Okay, so getting down to the last one. I'm going to show actually two from this series. And I'm going to show you this one first. This is JoJo Comics, JoJo Congo King. And it's number 7, which is the first appearance of JoJo. And it's just a really great bondage cover because she's tied to this ironclad elephant. It's just so crazy. The hero, which is JoJo, he's got like a spear, not much of a weapon, versus a guy that's in the armored elephant with it looks like a machine gun. Just never bring a spear to a machine gun fight, okay? So just a really great cover, kind of another classic cover from JoJo the Jungle King. And that's Jungle King number 7. I believe that is from 1945. So that's a fairly old book. Another Golden Age one from JoJo. You can see that I won this in Heritage. Is this one. JoJo Congo King number number 17. Okay, mine's a pretty low grade. It was a cheap pickup. I really liked this bondage cover. This is a classic kind of style for bondage. Usually the women are tied up to either a log or a tree or something in this kind of situation where they're tied around the waist. Sometimes their hands are tied, but generally it's this kind of style where it's this kind of bondage around the waist and tied up to something. Some of the other ones that I showed were more like just the girls tied up, but not tied up to something. But this is more that classic style where she's tied up to a tree. And what we have here is another kind of situational thing. Another thing that you'll see in some of these bondage covers is a snake, where the bondage is not actually the rope, but it's the snake itself. So you'll notice that the snake is wrapped around her. So this is kind of another one of those weird things that they did with bondage, where they have a snake figure and it is the bondage itself. So, and you see the snake is ready to potentially bite her. So, and you got the hero always jumping in. Always have to have that hero jumping in. Another great thing about some of these classic bondage covers is the ripped clothes. That's another kind of one of those sexual tension kind of elements that they like to add. So you see that she's got sort of a torn, shoulder. It's, you know, kind of ripped at the bottom, you know, kind of a classic good girl art pose. So always have to show the legs. If you didn't do the bikini, you got to show the legs at least. So that's another important thing. So this is JoJo Jungle Congo. I just want to say JoJo Jungle King, but it's JoJo Congo King, number 17. So that was my bonus. That was an extra one. That was 11 comics. That was the bonus one. I hope you enjoyed these, looking at bondage art from the 40s all the way into the 80s or 70s. You know, I just wanted to show you some of the kind of cool covers that I love collecting. I like these really classic bondage covers, especially Wonder Woman. I'm a really big fan of Wonder Woman's bondage covers. There's some really great ones from the Silver Age that I could have brought, but I didn't. I just wanted to show you probably her most famous cover. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me your feedback in the comments below. And also like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because you don't want to miss any of these videos. And check me out on Instagram. I do post every day on Instagram, and I post stuff that I might not post onto this YouTube channel. So you might want to check me out there as well and subscribe to there. And you can actually message me on Instagram. So that's really great. You can actually ask me whatever random questions you want, and I'm pretty eager to talk to people about comics. So thanks again for watching. Bye for now.